Good morning, good morning, good morning, you early birds. It is 2:22 a.m. on Wednesday, April 26th, 2023. Good morning, you early birds. Let's start today off with a blessing, shall we? Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us, the collective, a blessing for this Wednesday morning. We get a sea of blessings. Listen to this, y'all. The universe is a projection from within you, and you are a projection of the universe. You are a vast space, and yet you are spaceless. You are a divine ocean of love, a sea of blessings. You are the wind of change that flows through life. Namaste. Let me read that one more time. Open up your hearts and minds to receive this blessing. A sea of blessings. The universe is a projection from within you, and you are a projection of the universe. You are a vast space, and yet you are spaceless. You are a divine ocean of love, a sea of blessings. You are the wind of change that flows through life. Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh, I asked, y'all answered. And please, as much energy as y'all gave me for Wednesday's show, for today's show, guys, please drop those questions below this video. Any question that you need an answer to, drop it below this video for Friday's live show. And then come on back and hear your question get answered. All right, good morning. My first question is from Must Be Heard. Must Be Heard says African Americans are leaving America for other countries. That's all I wrote, so I'm wondering if she's asking, will more people follow? And this is going to be a trend, but Must Be Heard, let me tell you this. It doesn't matter where people go. The problems that are today are going to be facing us wherever we go. The reason being is because we are in the season of change. We are in the season of discovering who we are and why we are here. And things are going to be very, very uncomfortable for the African diaspora. If you are dwelling in 3D, if you are working on yourself and you are elevating and you are not a part of the mess, then you understand how much your mindset, removing yourself from toxicity in your mindset, in your day-to-day life, eliminating people who should not be a part of your life and not being sorry for it, letting go of people, places, and things that bring detriment to you, that bring you down. This is the change in consciousness that we are experiencing. And yes, people will move. I have had the wanderlust myself, wanting to get out of this country, just get. But let me explain to you that even with that, what we need to change, where we need to escape, everything is within us that needs to change. And I hope you understand that. My next question is from Genealogy Junkie. All right, here we go, y'all. Will that mother Tucker Carlson get to keep the January 6th tapes that he got from, the Speaker of the House, from Kevin McCarthy? Will old mother Tucker Carlson, that dirty mother Tucker, will he get to keep those tapes? No, I'm already hearing that no, he is not going to get to keep those tapes. Oh my goodness. Hold on, you guys. Okay. Had to go do a wardrobe change, y'all. Broke one of my earrings. Okay, here we go. Will Tucker Carlson get to keep those January 6 tapes? And the first thing that I am feeling, genealogy junkie, is no. When he gave those to Carlson, he gave them to the company Fox Entertainment, not to Carlson himself. But let's ask Tara. Let's take me out of the equation. Tara, please tell us, will Tucker Carlson keep those January 6th tapes? Will he be allowed to keep those January 6th tapes? No. Oh my goodness. Now here's the thing. He's not going to be allowed to keep those tapes. But he has copies. He has copies of certain things because he sent things out to his friends. He made memes. He made screen grabs. He made little points of contention that he literally turned into emails. So he is in possession of photos, photoshopped photos of January 6th that he took, okay, that he has on his personal phone. So he has stuff that he has taken because he was misappropriating it already, using it for nefarious ends. But I guess what's on his phone he'll get to keep. But that's also evidence if he gets called in to testify. My next question about Tucker Carlson is from Mojo. Mojo wants to know, is his next move to run for president? Now, guys, I don't know how many of y'all could stand to look at that face every day, could stand to hear that voice and hear that condescending. I mean, he sounds like a third grader. A third grade bully is what Tucker Carlson sounds like. Oh, my God. Will Tucker Carlson run for president? Oh, my God. But if he does, I guess it'll add just another layer of comedy into the campaign. Here we go. Will Tucker Carlson run for president of the United States? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. We got 5 yeses. Not 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yeses. Tucker Carlson is going to throw his hat in for president. But I feel like he is only going to be doing that to cause hate and discontent. He is going to do that. He's going to be a sideshow freak. The Marjorie Taylor Greens, the Republican Party, are already championing behind him on, oh my goodness, how could Tucker be fired? He's the bastion of truth, okay? Tucker has got some lawsuits coming after him. Tucker is looking for cover, okay? The law is coming after Tucker Carlson. And I told y'all that all his words, all of the lies, the slander that they have been spitting on the air is going to come back to him. The chickens is coming home to roost. Bobby Boucher, the chickens is coming home to roost. All right. Here, my next question is about Sean Hannity. Is Hannity going to lose his position? Now, I had predicted on, well, today's Wednesday, so it would have had to have been Friday. I predicted on Friday that that 1, maybe 2 more big names were going to lose their positions. Carlson and Hannity are the only last 2 big names left on Fox, I believe. I believe that's their anchors. Will Sean Hannity be let go or reassigned from Fox News? Is Sean Hannity going to face change at Fox programming. Here we go. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Hannity, the star of Fox News, is facing his tower moment, y'all. Oh my goodness. All the bureaucracy is coming home to roost. They don't want to move him. They don't want to. They're scared of firing Hannity. They are scared of making that move, but they don't have no choice. They are going to lose their insurance. Rupert Murdoch gonna have to come up off of all them millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars on his own. Yes, because it's not one lawsuit. It was two lawsuits, two ginormous lawsuits that got the okay, the green light. And when they paid off Dominion, Smartmatic already knows they got a slam dunk. They ain't, every shred of evidence that they need is already in the public domain. Fox News has to settle with Smartmatic. They have to. Unless they're going to just go to court to try to just lessen the blow. But that's not going to work. That's not going to work because the cards are stacked against Fox News. Fox News, that house of cards is about to tumble because they're out $250 million already. They're going to be out another $250 million. This is going to be the largest settlement ever for a private company to have to pay to two individual sources over the same thing. This is going to be historic. This could be the end of Fox News. Let's ask that question. Is this Smartmatic lawsuit and all these millions of dollars that Fox News is going to be forced to pay, will this be the end of the network known? Will this be the end of Fox News? Will this be the end of the Fox News? Oh my goodness, here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Give me a concrete yes or no, please, Tarot. Okay, all right. I got a little excited. It was the moon, not the sun. All right. So here it is. This is not going to be the end of Fox News, but this is going to be the beginning of a whole lot of change. Fox News, because of all the revelations of the dirtiness, the deceit, the straight up lying programming, all this is going to come to light. This is going to hurt the network. It really is. This is going to help in waking up some of the sheep, okay? Fox News is going to be forced to change its practices and its policies. They are going to have to walk away from this unbridled rhetoric. These two lawsuits have now set a precedent. People understand now. This is the power of the people. When a big company keeps slandering you, you don't sue them for $1 million. You sue them for the national treasure. And that's how you get change. And guys, this is going to change how Fox News does business. They are going to try to fight this tooth and nail, but they are going to be forced to change. Fox News, because Smartmatic isn't the last of the lawsuits. That's the last of the corporation ones right now. Now they've got the individual ones coming. And understand, a lot of people who are sitting in jail right now because they participated in an insurrection that Fox News sat up there and said was justified, sat up there and told all those people that the election was stolen, that the United States was being held hostage, and that they needed to go and fight and be an insurrectionist. Fox News is going to be sued for people losing their freedoms for listening to them. All right? They all sat up there day after day. The big old Fox 5. All of them sat up there day after day. Having old Donnie Boy on the show. Lying. Lying and lying. And you guys, the Sidney Powell part, and the Rudy Giuliani part, guys, all of those are on deck. All them great big lawsuits are on deck. And Fox News is named in those as well. Okay, you got to understand. Rudy's not getting sued by himself. Rudy is getting sued along with Fox. Sidney Powell is getting sued along with Fox. There are different entities on all these suits. Carlson, Hannity, all of them are being named in multiple lawsuits. They're coming, guys. They're coming. This is going to be the most expensive lying venture Rupert Murdoch ever did. And he's losing in Australia, too, because he lost against the Crikey newspaper. Yes, he did. All right. My next question is from Beautiful Girl. Beautiful Girl wants to know, will Robert Bowers, the killer of 11 people at the Tree of Life synagogue, get the death penalty? Will Robert Bowers, the killer from the Tree of Life synagogue? Oh my God, I think this is the one in Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Actually, no pun intended, but I think this is the shooting that this is referencing. And I kind of feel like Mr. Rogers is right here. He's right here. Will Robert Bowers get the death penalty for the murder of the people at the Tree of Life synagogue? Yes. 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 Robert Bowers is going to get the death penalty. It'll be announced. I don't know where it's at in court or whatever. But yeah, here's all our yeses, yes. And he's worried about it. He's worried. He's not worried. He's anxious. He's anxious. He knows what's likely to happen. But yeah, he's going to get the death penalty. He's going to get the death penalty. Him and him alone. I don't know if he was with somebody else that was murdering with him, but he alone is going to get the death penalty before this. His punishment is going to be severe, but his punishment will definitely fit the crime. He will get what he received. He will get what he gave. There you go, beautiful girl. He will get exactly what he gave. Next question from beautiful girl. The Sudan's warring generals have agreed to a 3-day truce. Will the ceasefire hold? And will the remaining United States citizens reach safety? Excuse me, guys. Got the hiccups and a burp at the same time. The Sudan's warring generals have agreed to a 3-day truce. Will the ceasefire hold? And will the remaining United States citizens reach safety? Here we go. Will the 3-day truce ceasefire hold? Okay, guys. It's not looking like this ceasefire is going to hold. But these generals are still talking to each other. But there's a lot of contention. There's a lot of back and forth going. They actually don't really even want to fight, but there's just so much. All of this is just going to lead to heartbreak. Oh, I wish I knew what was going on here, but the answer is no. The ceasefire is not going to hold. These two generals are still going to be talking to each other, trying to work out something. But the final outcome is heartbreak, guys. So it looks like there's going to just be de-evolution, fighting, dying, a lot of fighting. A lot of people questioning what this war is about. Second part of the question, will the United States citizens who are in the Sudan be able to extract themselves to safety? Will the American citizens in the Sudan be able to extract themselves safely? Here we go. Yes. Yes, they're going to get away. Yes. They're worried. And there may be some people who die. Some American citizens may die, but the majority of them will get away. But it's going to be dangerous. They're worried about getting all their people out, guys. This is serious over in the Sudan. Don't think that this isn't. This is a serious thing. I don't watch the news, so I don't know if it's being covered. But this is serious, and there's a lot of people who are in danger over there. So keep your hearts and minds attuned to peace. Send peace energy. Send love and healing to the hearts of the men who are at war. That's how we fix things. We got to send love. We can't send more hate. We can't send fear. We have to send love. Love is the most powerful weapon on the planet. Oh my God. Love is the most powerful weapon on the planet. Listen to me. Love is the most powerful weapon on the planet. We can defeat everything with a concentration of love. We have to focus pure love, not fear, not trepidation. Love in all of its forms. It is the most powerful. That was a revelation. And I know we have been saying that and you've heard it your whole life. But guys, love is the ultra weapon to right this ship. And we have to concentrate it and aim it at those people who are trying to destroy us. We have to defend ourselves. We have to defeat evil with love. Concentrated love. And that's good. That's a thought pattern. That's a vibration. Love is a vibration. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Next question. This is also from Beautiful Girl. Did Poppy Harlow or Caitlin Collins know that Don Lemon was going to get fired ahead of time? Did Poppy Harlow or Caitlin Collins know that Don Lemon was going to be fired ahead of time? Yes, they did. One of them did, at least. Yeah, both of them did. Yes. Yep. Yes, they did. 3 women knew about that. I'm going to say 3 were in on it, knew about it, knew everything about it. We're told to remain silent. We're told to remain silent. We're told to keep their mouths shut. Yeah, they knew. It was whispered about. It was the upper echelon of CNN was discussing it in whispered tones. My next question is from Tia P. Oh my goodness, Tia, you haven't asked a question in so long. I'm so glad to see your name. Tia wants to know. Tia says, Biden has chosen Julie Chavez as his re-election campaign manager. Tia wants to know, what is the relationship between Julie Chavez and Kamala Harris, and how will it impact the 2024 election? Okay. Again, I don't know who Julie Chavez is. I do know a Julie Chavez that I used to work with. If you're watching, Julie, hey, how you doing? I know you got promoted. Congratulations. I hope you're kicking ass. All right. What is the relationship between Julie Chavez and Kamala Harris? Tarot, please tell us. What is the relationship between Julia Chavez and Kamala Harris? There's not a power relationship between the two of them. If anything, they're respectful of each other. They allow each other to live and live. So I don't see any contention there. Well, actually, there is a little bit of contention. There's a little bit of obstruction and a little bit of infighting. This is circular fighting. So let me change that a little bit. at the beginning, because this is in the beginning of the at the beginning of the reading. At the beginning, there may be a little contention, a little hesitation about this, but in the end, the final outcome is it's going to work out. It's going to work out. I'll just put it that way. They'll get past their differences, and it'll work out. So even if there is a little contention between Julie Chavez and Kamala Harris, but in the end, it will get worked out. All right, there you go. It's not going to really have an impact on the election because we got the final outcome was the happy family. So whatever their beef is with each other, in the end, they'll get it taken care of. My next question is from Edwina S. China and Russia have been lurking under the sea around cables, around the internet cables, oil and electrical cables. Are they spying on us? Will we lose power in the United States? Are we under attack from China and Russia under the sea? And guys, like I told you, we are already in World War III. We are already in World War III. We just have not mobilized. And what we are about to see, because guys, World War III is not going to be a world war. It is going to be a war on us, okay? The war is on us, the regular population, the citizens of this world. Understand this. This is not going to be a war of China fighting America or Africa or anything. No, this is going to be a consumer war. This is going to be a war on our liberty, a war on our ease, a war on our sense of security. All right? Especially in the United States, okay? This is a war on consciousness. This is a war on, this is what Biden said on his re-election campaign. We are in a war for our very souls right now. All right. Shouldn't have drank that. Thought it was just water. Let me have some of my tea, guys. Today's tea is lemon ginger. And as you can hear, my voice, I'm coughing. I've got some kind of contact dermatitis. And the only thing that I did different was extended bike rides in the wind. Inhaling all of that. I've got a rash all over me. All up and down my arms. So, again, y'all be aware of what's going on in the sky. Look up. If you see those jet planes with the contrails that are just spewing a solid white line out of their back end, and it's not just one of them. It's like 5 of them going in different directions, crisscrossing the sky. We're breathing in all of that. It is affecting us. So if you're feeling like you're catching some type of serious cold or flu, understand that is from the seeding, from the ammonia, aluminum, whatever that they're spraying in the sky. This is also why we are having this crazy weather. Why some of y'all are still getting snow and it's almost May 1st. Where people are still waking up and it's icy. We are in a terrible weather pattern right now in the center of the United States. And I hate to do the weather in the middle of the show, but I have to. Tornadoes. Hurricanes. This is because the weather is being manipulated. Hurricane season is going to start extremely early. And it's going to be very damaging. Because these people who are messing with HAARP have no plans on shutting it down. They're doing all this building in Las Vegas. It hasn't rained in a couple of weeks. Lake Mead is still going up. It has not gotten into the 100 and oh my God yet. There's still snow on the mountain. It has been colder here than it has been in the last 7 years that I've lived here. This late into the season. I turned on my air condition to just bring the temperature down, and then I can turn it off for the whole rest of the day and just use my fans. That does not happen in Las Vegas. At this time of year, normally, it's already in the 80s every day. And in the mornings, it's already above 60 every day. We're still, well, it's above 60 right now. It is 64 degrees right now. But well, today's forecast may be a hot one today. But yesterday, I think our high only got to 79, 80 degrees. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful temperature. Not Las Vegas weather. Pay attention. We are being manipulated. All right, I just wanted to say that. Y'all have some of your tea. Good morning. Okay, so let's get to that question. China and Russia have been lurking under the sea around cables, oils, and electrical cables. Will the U.S. lose power because of what China and Russia are doing around our coast? Okay, I don't have a yes on that, so that's a no. No. Edwina, right now, that is what you're seeing with China and Russia right now is not going to affect our power grid right now. Next question is, how many Chinese police stations will they close down that are in the United States? And guys, this is another bait and switch, because the United States government allowed the Chinese police to set up these operations. The United States government allows China to spy on its citizens, to literally have a Gestapo in the United States, where they're going out and harming people. Now, I want y'all to remember, just a couple of months ago, there was a whole thing about some folks getting murdered at a marijuana grow facility. They blame some people, but not everybody. These people were executed. These were Chinese citizens. You have a Gestapo in the United States that is a foreign police force that has been allowed to operate in perpetuity. United States has known about this. FBI, CIA knows about this. Don't think China can just set up shop. China has these shops all over the world. In Italy, in France, in Africa, everywhere. Anywhere Chinese citizens are, Chinese police are. And all of these governments agreed to it. That's part of it. So you guys who think that the Chinese just came to America and set up shop, uninvited without the United States knowing, that's a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. The United States knows exactly who they are, where they are, and allow them to operate. So please, don't fall for the bait and switch. Don't fall for the lie, because they'll lie straight to your face and tell you that, no, this was allowed to happen. They allow this Chinese police force to control Chinese citizens, human trafficking, slave labor, making sure people don't talk about what's going on. Making sure people don't talk about what's going on. Making sure people that break the rules are eliminated. And there's ain't no investigations. Oh, you might hear if something got messy, but then it just disappears. There's a lot of dirty, underhanded stuff going on, guys. A lot. And our government has its dirty fingers in a lot of it. Okay? Again, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to beg you, I'm going to plead with you, please do not trust the government. Please do not put your faith in no human being who is sitting on the Congress or in the Senate, even in the White House. These are people. These are self-serving individuals. Every person has their own freaking agenda. And I just need you to remember, all these people who have been in Congress, in the Senate for 10, 15, 20 years, and we're still fighting the same doggone things that our grandparents were fighting for in the doggone 60s. Every one of these muckety mucks needs to be fired because none of them has done anything to help this country. We are still fighting the same things that our grandparents, that our great-grandparents were fighting for. We're still fighting for equal rights. We're still fighting for women's rights. We're still fighting for our reproductive rights. 50 years, and we're still fighting the same fight. But the same old people are still sitting in those seats. Time to take out the trash. Time to change the doggone liner. It's not working. And now we're just making rock stars or rocks out of these people who are just taking up our time, our money, and not getting anything done for us. All right. How many police stations will they close down or fine? Let's go ahead and ask. I think the 2 that they closed are the 2 that they're gonna close. Period. That's it. They're gonna want you to forget about that. They're gonna want that item of news just to fade into obscurity. Next question. Will they ever identify the 15,000 free and enslaved black people who are buried under Wall Street? History lesson. Wall Street, New York City, USA. The stock brokerage. The stock brokerage. Wall Street was where they brought cattle, grains, and people to sell on the market, to sell on the auction block, to sell into slavery, to barter and trade human lives along with cattle. Thousands of people died, were murdered at Wall Street, standing in stockades, in cages, coming off ships that were filthy with human waste, dead bodies. People forced to sail across the ocean in feces in the bottom of ships, contaminated with disease, get hosed off and put on the block, separated again and again and again, raped, beaten, murdered, and buried. A whole street, a whole building built on the bones of black people. Chickens coming home to roost. I wouldn't want to work in that building, tell you the truth. I would not want to work there. Times are changing. Times are changing. Things are changing. Consciousness is changing. It has to. We have to see ourselves as we are. We have to see our world as it is. We have to eliminate the fairy tale. We cannot let the monsters continue to tell us our bedtime stories. Will they ever identify the 15,000 black people buried under Wall Street? No. But they made a movie about it. They made 2 movies about it. Ghostbusters. I'm just messing with y'all. New York City better hope all them black folks don't rise up and turn into ghosts and start wreaking havoc on New York City. But those ghosts do live. Those memories, those screams, those echoes are there. And this is part of the history that must be said aloud, that people must know. You got to know the history of the place you come from. You got to know the history of the place that you live. And they have done an outstanding job of keeping us ignorant of our own history. They are afraid of telling us what they've done. Why? Because it's so heinous. It's so horrible, and it paints them as the monsters they are. And I am not saying that all Caucasian people are monsters. No, please do not get this wrong. This is the government I'm talking about. These are men in power. Because white women, y'all was in the same boat as all us black folks. You just had better seats. We've always been in the same boat. The things that they've taken from us, they've taken from you. The things that we fight for, you fight for. We are all in this boat together. Please don't get this part twisted. We are all victims of the same monster. Some of us are just in better seats. Some of us are just better protected for a short period of time. All right, just understand that. Understand that nobody, none of us are safe from what these people are doing. Okay? All right. My next question is from Sal Ann. Will the price of silver and gold rise substantially this year? And I already know the answer to that is yes, because they are already trying to get you to buy silver and gold. They are screaming, please buy silver and gold. Please buy all this silver and gold. Oh, the United States dollar is gonna collapse. You got to have this silver and gold. I keep asking y'all, how many people are going to have change, make change for silver and gold? You think Walmart is going to have cash registers full of silver and gold so you can walk in there and buy something? That ain't going to happen. That is not going to happen. And how are you going to make change for this? All right, understand. Yes, they want you to buy as much silver and gold as possible. And yes, the price is going to go up because they plan on robbing you blind. They want you holding on to that worthless metal. What you going to do with it? The only people that it is going to benefit is the ultra wealthy who can trade with that. The rest of us need to go back to where we used to do. That's why everybody needs to learn a trade. What can you do? Can you bake bread? Can you make soup? Can you make Afghans? Because that's kind of where we're going to go back to. What can you do? What can you produce with your own hands that you can trade and barter? What is it about you that makes you an asset to where your works can bring in things that you need? This is how we were supposed to be. All of us have a talent. That's why we have such talented musicians, poets. And they find when they're children, little babies, 2 years old, banging on the piano, and all of a sudden they're Mozart. You give a 2-year-old drumsticks, and all of a sudden he's Nikki Sixx. Okay? We were all given talents. We came here with them. We have been made to forget who we are, what we can do, why we're here. Because we are being made to pay for our existence. So instead of us living our lives, being bards, wandering, being happy, traveling the land, we're stuck in offices under fluorescent lights trying to make that $15 an hour so we can make the $2,000 a month rent. No happiness, no rest. Just slave day in, day out. Oh. That is what they have the United States worker doing. Up in the morning with the rising sun. You're going to run all day till the running's done. That is the life of the American person. The American person. You get up and you run all day just trying to make enough money to afford a place to lay your head down at night. No happiness, no freedom, just doldrum, toil and trouble. Wake up. This is not how we were designed to live. We were not put here to be unhappy. The rivers and streams and mountains we have were not put here to sit empty. We're supposed to be climbing, moving, loving, not slaving, not making other people rich off of the sweat of our brow, because that's what we're doing. You're sitting in an office, you're making somebody else rich off of your labor, and they're not even paying you what you're worth. I'm going to get off of that. But yes, Sal Ann, the price of silver and gold is going to skyrocket because they want you to buy it. They want you to believe that when the money don't work no more, that your silver and gold will. But it won't. You just going to be stuck with a whole lot of silver and gold. All right. My next question is from Sharon Y. Will the war in Sudan end this year? Will the war in Sudan end this year? Yes. Yes. Yes, it will. And there's going to be a changing. When this is all over, when this war is fought, this is the crossroads that they're fighting for. Democracy, whatever it is that they're fighting for. There's going to be so much death. There's going to be so much destruction. But the war will end, and it will be revealed that that war was just started to keep people fighting each other. There's nothing that the people, this is people wanting to take what other people have. Every war ever fought is because somebody wants something that's not theirs. Okay. Next question. Was Don Lemon and Mother Tucker Carlson, was their firing on the same day planned, or was it coincidence? Was it planned or was it coincidence? So, did the people at Fox talk to the people at CNN? Was there... Did the two know that they were what they were doing? Yes, they... Excuse me, y'all. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Them rich muckety mucks was talking to each other. And they did this. Guys, I want to say this. Don Lemon was going to get fired anyway. He was going to get fired anyway. That's why they moved him to the morning show. They was moving him closer and closer to the door. But yes, and they did this for Tucker Carlson so that he wouldn't be the only one getting fired today. So it wouldn't look so bad for Fox News. Yes, CNN helped Fox News by firing Lemon on the same day as Tucker Carlson so Fox News wouldn't stand out. So Tucker Carlson's firing wouldn't stand out as the albatross in the room that it needed to be. Instead, they gave you a distraction. So half the people were looking at Don Lemon's getting fired and tongues wagging about that instead of looking at Tucker Carlson and the lies that Fox News has been perpetrating. Yes, Sharon. It was a concerted effort. They did it on purpose, and they did it to help Tucker Carlson. They fired the black man so that the white man wouldn't feel so bad. Next part of the question is, how does Tucker Carlson feel about him getting fired? How does he really feel? Not what he's saying. How does he really feel? He was blindsided. He had no idea this was coming. Universe, creator, spirit guides, please, anybody who knows, go ahead and speak through me. Ooh, how is Tucker Carlson feeling? How did he feel when he found out he was fired? Oh my goodness. The first thing, he was shocked. He was absolutely shocked. He knew there was a possibility that it would happen. He knew there was a possibility, but he had been fluffed, gaslighted enough to believe that he was safe, because he has been safe all this time. So, first card we got for Tucker is the moon. All this dirt getting drug up. All of his nastiness, all of his words coming out into the light. Everything that he knew to be false came up to bite him in the butt. He can't get away from this because it's costing Fox money, not just a little money. Oh no, this is insurer money, and you got to have liability insurance. Now, this may be the end of Tucker's journalistic career. I think he's going to go on to try to make a name for himself. He's going to be out there being a loudmouth everywhere he can be, but he's going to be doing that kind of independently. Nobody's going to want to pick him up. He is a liability. $575 million is a lot of money. Ain't a whole bunch of employees got no faith in no one person to hire somebody like that to put them on the air and be worried about what they say if they can't hit the cancel button quick enough. Tucker Carlson, his journalistic days are done, guys. He may be out there with his own, he may try to have his own little podcast. He may have a cameraman and be running around Trump rallies or whatever, but that's what he's going to be reduced to. He's going to be Tucker Carlson, the man on the street at the Trump rally, but he ain't going to be sponsored by nobody. He's just going to be a man with a camera and a YouTube channel. Oh, there you go. Tucker Carlson felt he didn't believe it was going to happen, but he knew there was a possibility. He knew there was a possibility. So when he was told his services were no longer needed, and understand, they did it in the gentlest way possible. They did it with, "Oh, we're sorry, Tucker, but your contract is not going to be renewed. In fact, we need you to go ahead and pack up your office." That's how he was let go. He was let go with a severance package. Okay? So don't feel sorry for Tucker Carlson. He gonna land on his booty and bounce. He's a rich boy. He's a Swanson. He's upset. His feelings are hurt. But he can't, and I think what's bothering him the most right now is the people making fun of him and him having to look at his own stupid face with all these parodies that are going on. And I just have to say, Jimmy Kimmel, oh my God, that dude's a genius. All right. Next question. Will Don Lemon bounce back? We already know Tucker's going to bounce back. He's a trust fund, baby. He's got enough money for 2 or 3 lifetimes. Will Don Lemon bounce back after his firing? And Don Lemon knew he knew his butt was out the door. He knew there was nothing upsetting to Don Lemon about this. He knew this was coming. When they moved him to daytime, he knew he was on his way out the door. So how will Don Lemon fare after this? Don Lemon is going to be all right. Don Lemon he's going to actually have some offers to refuse. He's going to get offered some other positions on his journalistic career is not over. You're going to see Don Lemon on other things. Oh my goodness. For some reason, I'm seeing Good Morning America. All right, there you go. Maybe Don Lemon going to take the other boy's place. But that's what I'm hearing. Good Morning America for Don Lemon. But he's gonna get offers. You will see Don Lemon's face on the TV. He is pretty enough and well spoken enough where he will get picked up by another network, or maybe same network, just a different show. No, different network. He's gonna get picked up by a different network. There you go. My next question is from Susan R. How long will climate change go on, and can we help others cope with climate change? Susan, since you're here on my channel and this is Real Talk, we are in the midst of another reset period. This climate change is going to be, it's going to change our whole existence, and that's what it is designed to do. We are in change. Our consciousness is changing. Our planet is changing, and the global warming is one of the facets of it. We're going to be dealing with this for the rest of our existence. The way to help others cope with it is truth and honesty. Helping people understand how to keep themselves cool and warm. Talking about your feelings with other people, because, when we get into the dog days of summer, it's going to be horrible. And people losing their property because of these storms. How many people property was damaged in the ice storms in the wintertime, got flooded in the spring, and then got wind damage also in the spring? How many people's houses have been hit over and over and over again? How many people have lost their cars, have lost everything? We forget about the whole groups. We had whole cities get leveled by tornadoes. All of those people had to go somewhere. Those cities don't just pop back up overnight. All of those people had to relocate. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is the great migration, but this is a forced migration that we are in, where they are building high rises, where they are building crazy amounts of housing, is the areas that the United States government is going to be herding people to. Understand, a whole city gets leveled in Oklahoma by a tornado. Those people are no longer in that town. That town just became eminent domain. Pay attention. Pay attention to what towns get destroyed. Pay attention to what resources are in those towns. Understand that the big push right now is to take all of our electronics and manufacturing out of China. So you want to know why China's all pissed off at the United States? Well, since the United States sold the United States citizen out and sent all their jobs to China, giving every Chinese person who wanted a job or not to have one for slave wages, now we want to take that back and bring the factories back to America. And we need places to put them, and we need water sources to put them. And if the water's already contaminated, then nobody cares if they're pouring more contaminants in it. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Okay? It's written. The handwriting is on the wall. These people are not. They're telegraphing their moves. If you're awake, you see what they're going to do. If you're paying attention, you see what they're going to do. So there you go. Climate change is going to last for the rest of our existence, Susan. The way that we can help others is being honest and open, loving, kind. Talk about it. Talk about what we can do. Help each other when things are hard. Help each other when we're cold. Help each other when we're hot. If you know ways to cool a room for people who don't have electricity or don't have a roof over their head and are stuck outside, because this is the problem of this year. Our homeless people are going to suffer this summer from the extreme heat, not being able to get indoors out of the heat. That part is coming. That part. Okay. My next question is from Rose Blue. Oh my goodness, this is a serious one here. 28 foster kids were rescued during a raid. Kids who were victims of sexual assault. These kids were kidnapped. These kids were human trafficked. These kids are in bondage slavery. Is Texas Governor Abbott, for entertainment purposes only, because I don't want to go to jail for slander, is Governor Abbott in bed with Trammell Crow, who's been indicted for trafficking in Texas? Is the governor of Texas involved in the human trafficking in Texas? Is the Texas government involved in the human trafficking? Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here you guys. Yeah? Yes. Uh-huh. That's a yes. That's a yes. This is the card that matters. What happened? These 28 kids, these 28 foster kids that were saved, this is going to blow the lid off a can of worms. This is going to point a whole bunch of fingers back at some rich, powerful men. Straight to the government. Watch the cover-ups fly. Guys, this is going to be big in Texas. Watch them start. Watch the Texas legislation now start acting just straight crazy, trying to protect themselves. They are going to tell you and show you exactly everything that they've been up to. Yes, yes, yes. And this is foster kids, black and brown and white. Yes. All the way up to 18 years old. Yes, selling these children straight into slavery, prostitution, organized. Yes, state-sponsored. Oh my God. Yes, for entertainment purposes only. Yes, Rose Blue, this is a powder keg. Pay attention to what's happening in Texas the next couple of months. They are going to try to do everything they can to get you to look away, they're going to change rules. They're going to do some things that's like, oh my God, Texas is acting like they actually care about people. But it's only to try to protect themselves. And I'm talking about these are going to be rules within the DHCS, the Department of Children and Health Services. They are going to start changing some big rules on how and where children can be placed. Because some of these children are very articulate and are going to tell horror stories. And they're going to have names and places. And they're going to be able to help the FBI figure this out. And we're still dealing with government entities that are corrupt. But this is something that will get enough attention to where it will have a positive outcome. All right. Oh my goodness. So the answer to that, Rose Blue, was yes. Your governor down there is definitely in bed with old Crow. Yeah. One hand washes the other. Talk about it. Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida. They're all hand in hand. They're all scratching each other's backs, patting each other on the behind, working hand in hand. Whole network of buses, planes going hither and thither, full of children, full of women, full of migrants, full of slaves. State-sponsored slavery for entertainment purposes only. My next question is from Linda R. Does Donnie have any Russian kids? Okay, we know he's got the kid from the door from one of the maids at Trump Tower. So, does old Donnie boy have any more illegitimate children in Russia? Does Donnie have any illegitimate children in Russia? Got the lovers. Give us a concrete. He has girls all over the world. But I don't get babies, okay? He's had a lot of illicit affairs all over the world. But there's no children in this read. And there's no yes in this read. So everything is a singleton. No. He's had lots of women. He's had some group parties. But no. He didn't leave any seedlings behind in Russia. My next question is from Spirits Beyond the Stars. She wants to know, are dogs here in Nevada suffering from the dog flu? Spirit says that she can't even take her dog to the groomer or anything. They have to do it themselves because the dogs are getting so sick because of this contagious disease that's going on with the dog flu. What I can say is, my dog, since I've been getting on my bike more and more, since I've been riding my bike, she has developed a cough. My dog is not around other dogs, period. It's me and her. It's the two of us. And she has got this wheezing. It's kind of distressing. Because it's like she can't breathe. She like, and it's scary. And then she's okay. I've been giving her, I give her liquid Benadryl because I know all the contaminants in the air, and that seems to help. Keeps her eyes from getting all icky, and it keeps her from coughing. But yeah, there's something going on. Y'all pay attention to your animals, and pay attention to when they're exhibiting illness or sickness. Did you just go for a long walk? Were they outside for a long period of time? What was the weather like? Look up at the sky. See, was there contrails? We have got to become our own sleuths, guys. We've got to become our own spies to figure out what is being done to us. And guys, if you don't, please start reading your food packaging. If you're eating processed food, turn that box over. Because the macaroni and cheese ain't even macaroni and cheese anymore. It's wackaroni and cheese. It's fake. It's all chemicals. I don't eat that crap anyway. But just read your ingredients. Read your ingredients on simple stuff. If your juice has xanthan gum in it, don't buy it. If it has sorbitol or anything chemical in it, don't buy it. Fruit juice should be fruit juice. It's fruit and water. Sugar, maybe. You know what that is. But if it has a whole bunch of chemicals and preservatives and stuff like that, understand. They're adding things that don't need to be added, and you have to ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. All of this is to keep us sick, to keep us malleable. Keep our brains soft so that we can be influenced. Pay attention to what you put in your body. Please, please try to cook your food. Buy your vegetables. Clean them and then cook them. It is important right now. Just read labels. If you don't know what it is, if you got to ask Wikipedia what this chemical is, don't put it in your body. It shouldn't be in your food. There's no reason for it. And please don't say preservatives. We've had food forever. Back in the day, soda crackers used to just be flour, freaking salt, and water. Now you got 27 things on a cracker. Why? Why? And doesn't that make it cost so much more? Why? Those are the questions. Start asking why. Don't blindly trust. And guys, get your kids off them hot fries. It's going to kill them. All right. My next question is from Renee P. Will Donnie put old Ronnie DeSantis' business in the street? Will Donnie hamstring Ron DeSantis and tell all of his salacious business? I kind of feel like that's his ace in the hole. Because DeSantis seems to be playing ball with Trump right now. But let's go ahead and ask Tarot. Will Donnie Boy out Ron DeSantis, tell all his secrets? Yeah, just like I thought. Old Donnie. The answer is yes, but there's a caveat. Donnie is using this as compromise. So he is letting it be known. I've got this, I've got that, and I ain't got no problem using it. And it is all stuff that Ron DeSantis does not want coming out, because it is stuff about him with children, little girls, because he's a pervert. He is a pervert, and he does not want his business, what he was doing when he was a quote-unquote teacher or coach or whatever. Yeah, he's a pervert. He is one of them, all right? He does not want his business in the street. Yeah, he went to that little island too. Yes, he protected Jeffrey Epstein in Florida. Yes, he did. So, yes, Renee, Donnie is using what he knows about DeSantis as compromise. And if DeSantis decides at any point that he's going to go against old Donnie Boy will release the tapes. Period. And he doesn't have, and he's actually excited about it. He wants to do it anyway, just because he's petty and he doesn't want anybody running against him. Understand, Donald J. Trump is going to destroy, has already destroyed the GOP. The GOP just doesn't know it yet, but the GOP is dangerous. That is like, they are like a stick, they're like a crate of dynamite next to a bonfire, okay? They're dangerous. Their ideology is dangerous. Their fear of other people is dangerous, and their fear of change, especially racial change, is dangerous. Understand, the GOP has created a powder keg intentionally. January 6th was a warm-up. What we saw happen then, luckily, we didn't see them just go in there and literally kill people. Literally just kill people. But that's what they're ramping up to do. That's exactly what they're ramping up to do. Renee's next question is, will the United States clean the beaches before this red tide, before this bloom hits the shore and starts stinking like rotten eggs? It's going to be terrible. The eastern seaboard is going to be gross this summer. Guys, understand, if they don't do something now, it is going to be terrible. This might be part of their plan to push people away from the coasts into the inland as well. Understand where all these fires are. These fires are along the seaboard. But let's ask, will the United States clean up these beaches before the bloom starts stinking? And guys, this one is going to be late. It is 3:38, and this show is supposed to be on at 4 a.m. It ain't going to be up at 4. Final card, we get the 9 of Pentacles. What I'm going to tell you is they're going to throw money at it after it's too late. This is going to be, get to the beaches in the springtime. Get there now before the tide comes, or you're not going to be able to enjoy a lot of the beaches. They'll throw money at it when it's too late. When they could have done something earlier, they won't. They'll throw money at it when it's too late. And it's going to harm a lot of businesses. It's going to harm the summer season on the coast. Last question of the day, y'all. It's from Ogechi. Oh, Ogechi wants me to do a deep dive on Jamie Foxx. Was Jamie Foxx poisoned? Or was his illness just a naturally occurring thing? But the first part of the question is, we do a deep dive. Tara, please. Tell us what you can about Jamie Foxx. Speak through me. Spirit guides, please protect me. Speak through me. Was Jamie Foxx poisoned? Was Jamie Foxx poisoned? No, Jamie Foxx wasn't poisoned. He wasn't poisoned. This is part of the progression of the dis-ease that he is suffering from. He is going to be in a battle for his life for a while. Like we said before, he is going to have to learn how to do things differently, learn how to live his life differently, learn how to be different. Jamie's life is going to change. He's got a lot of people. He's got people around him to support him who really love him. But he wasn't poisoned. He wasn't. Nobody tried to kill him. But he's going to be fighting. He's going to be fighting for his health. This is not going to be the last thing that happens to him. This is kind of where we see I hate to say chinks in the armor, but this is him fighting his battle. He wasn't poisoned though, Ogechi. But he's going through a hard part of his life right now. So please, if you love him, think good thoughts for him. Send him healing, loving energy. Send it to all of the people you care about. Just send love. Love is the weapon that is going to save us. All right, y'all. I already did the weather in the middle of the show. I'm going to do it again. We have got to be aware of hurricanes, tornadoes through the Midwest, powerful tornadoes. We also are on earthquake watch again. I feel earthquake, so I was not, excuse me, I was unable to sleep because I don't know if it's an earthquake or a volcano that has got my insides. I call it like nervous. It's jumpy. I don't know what to name the feeling. But I felt the earthquake, and it was a long, hard earthquake. I can't tell you where it happened. I can tell you that it was happening. And this upness, this inability to sleep at all, lets me know that we need to be aware. Okay, it's got me awake. So that is, keep your eyes open. Be aware. Here in the United States, we could very well, California, anywhere in the United States, could suffer a large-scale earthquake in the next couple days. All right, so just be aware. Again, if you've got mirrors or things high above your bed, something that could fall on your head, take them down and set them on the floor for a week, guys. Just take them down and set them on the floor. You don't need some surgeon picking pieces of mirror out of your skull. All right? Be safe. The rain and wind and snow, the weather anomalies are going to continue. Rain, wind, and snow. It's gonna be a roller coaster. Warm air to cold, cold to hot, hot to freezing. This is the time to protect your children. Last couple of weeks of school, guys. and it's going to be cold for a lot of kids. Layer your kids up. If nothing else, if it's warm in the morning, still throw a sweater in your little kid's backpack in case it's cold in the afternoon, or vice versa. Just give them something to put on their arms in case the temperature drops unexpectedly. This is going to be another sickness maker, okay? We're going to have another round of COVID right before old Biden announces that the COVID pandemic is officially over. We're going to have another little of COVID. So be aware of that. And it's going to be mainly in school-age children. And it's going to be because of this crazy-ass weather. So be mindful of that. If you are susceptible, take care of yourself. Keep your mask on. Do what you got to do to protect yourself. Stay away from coughing, hacking people. Wash your hands, number one, and don't touch your eyes. Just remember the golden rules, all right? Wash your hands. Don't touch your eyes. Don't pick your nose. You'll be all right. Stay away from sick people. All right, guys. This has been my show for today. I love you. There is no reason to be afraid of nothing. Everything that is coming can be dealt with through us remaining detached, staying calm, and not panicking. Extract yourself from the news cycle. It is imperative. They are there to do one thing, to scare you into following whatever it is they tell you to do. Their one job is to make you believe that they alone can save you. This is where this is us. This is the time where we have to start depending on ourselves and each other and start paying attention to what they are actually trying to do. They're trying to harm us with our food. They're poisoning our water supply and our air. And they're just watching to see how much they can do to us until we react. And we've been acting like good little sheep so far, allowing them to poison us at will. Again, I'm going to say it. Find that thing that you're willing to fight and die for, because it's coming. Find that hill you're willing to die on, because we're going to be tasked to make a choice. We're going to have to decide what we're going to fight for, what we're going to die for, or what we're going to lay down and accept. And if you like getting rammed up the backside without Vaseline, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you don't, open your eyes and pay attention to what's going on around you. Change the things you can change. Eliminate negativity, negative people, negative things from your life. Find your soul tribe. Build your connections. Make positive thought your mantra. Get rid of worry. Because when you elevate yourself, these petty problems fall away. They really do. I love y'all. I love you. Happy Wednesday, you early birds. Namaste.